Hello everyone, welcome to Born to Be Myself, Jewelry and More by Alicia, which is me. Okay, so I'm here because I want to share with you these earrings that I'm making right now are similar to the ones that I just sold to my dear friend DIANAAA here on YouTube, Artfully Blind with DIANAAA. Hello DIANAAA, if you're watching, thank you very much for everything. She's a nice artist, very beautiful paintings. I'm gonna leave her channel in the description box if you're interested. But yeah, she bought a pair of earrings similar to these ones, but there were some people who were asking me, this is brick stitch, and there were some people who were asking me what was it, what is it, what is brick stitch, they never heard about it or something like that, so I decided to try to come here and try to show how you do this stitch. Okay, so this pair of earrings, when I'm done with them, they're gonna be listed in my shop, so stay tuned for that. Okay, and I'm gonna leave this as a reference. I just finished this bracelet. It's another bridal bracelet that I actually made with super duos, okay, and clear AB. It's very beautiful and very easy to put on. Okay, let me see. With this closure, all you gotta do is just pinch, okay, and handle it to until you get it through that circle, and voila, you have it, on. And it's very, very beautiful, guys. I really love it. And of course, this is for a little bigger wrist, although I like it, the way it looks, also because if you put it on, sometimes if it goes up, it looks really nice on your arm like this. And it's all Swarovski crystals on both sides, with this little fringe here. And these around here are also Czech crystals from the Czech Republic, but they're called Preciosa Ornella. And the closure also has got Swarovski crystals. Okay, and this is really, really, really nice. It's not gonna come off. Okay, because this actually, to come off, you have to pinch it close like that, and then you can slide out your circle, and the bracelet is gonna come off. But I was making a pair of earrings to match, okay, this this bracelet. But what happened is I made it a few days ago, and now I don't remember what I did. So for now, I'm gonna list only the bracelet, because I really I'm gonna have to figure it out, how many beads I use in this peyote, circular peyote stitch, and then this little fringe, here, and so it's like, I don't know. But the bracelet is gonna be listed in my shop soon. And okay, let's get into it. So the purpose of this video basically is to show you how to make the brick stitch. Okay, so, and the brick stitch, it has two parts, let's say. You make it with a base, okay, there is the bottom here, the base, with a stitch that is called ladder stitch, and then you build on top of that ladder stitch. To be honest, ladder stitch is the basic stitch on which you build many other stitches too. Maybe we can see them someday, but for now we're gonna get into the brick stitch. That is what it forms, this little triangle on top of this type of earrings that I've been making lately. Okay, all right, let's leave this here as a reference. Okay, so what I'm using here is some just cheap 6OC beads, okay, in two colors, because I want to show you the base, how you make the base, and then how you build on top of that base. Well, hopefully we can get to it. Let me see if you can see what I'm doing. Okay, my hands are here. We can see. Okay, so hopefully you can see. The ladder stitch, you know, is a stitch that is gonna place your beads like this, one next to each other, one next to the other, okay, next to each other like this, with join with thread bridges. Okay, so this is what we're gonna be doing for the base. Okay, and for now I'm just gonna use 4 because I'm gonna make a base of 4 to do it fast, so you can actually just get with the stitches. This one was made with a base of 6. Okay, but you can make it, you know, 3 for, you know, from 3 and on. But of course, the more beads you put on your base, the bigger your triangle is gonna be. So let's start with 4. Okay, so you're gonna pick up a bead. Okay, you're gonna take it to the end of your thread. Okay, you're gonna hold your tail, okay, because you need something to hold on to. Okay, then just hold your bead like this. Okay, straight, and then pick up another bead and go under and through and up that bead, that first bead. You want to lose this, and you see how they get like this, okay, with the bridge on top. So this is where we're gonna be building. So let's do it again. Now we have to go through again just to reinforce this, and so also the beads, you know, get to have that little straight shape that I was showing you here. Okay, so we go back down and we are ready to pick up our next bead. Okay, you see? Okay, next bead. We pick up another bead. We're coming from the bottom, so we're gonna turn all the way around and go in from the top. Okay, we're gonna help our bead to be next to the other one, to the previous one, and we're gonna go through it up, okay, and bring it together so it lays next to the other one like that. But if we don't go back through the previous one and back up the last one again, that ladder stitch is not gonna be as neat as we need it. Okay, so look how cute. Isn't it cute? And you see the bridges, it's red bridges in here. Okay, and we're gonna pick up now. Oh, that sun is crazy, right? I can't see nothing on the screen. I hope that you're actually being able to see. We're gonna pick up our last bead and do the same thing. You know, we're coming up from the top this time. We're gonna go through the bottom and around, and we have our last bead. We're gonna go through it. Okay, remember to reinforce and to give the good shape, straight shape to our ladder stitch. Okay, and we're gonna go through that one again. Okay, and here we have our base. Okay, for our triangle. And from now on, you're gonna keep building on top of this base, creating the brick stitch. And you see they look like little bricks on top of each other. Okay, so we pick up our work here. Okay, it's a little difficult because it's only one layer, but as we build on top, you know, we build more layers, it gets a little bit easier. So we're gonna, every stitch to start a new row is gonna be with 2 beads. So we pick up 2 beads, and you see these bridges? We're not gonna go through the first one. We're gonna go through the second one. It's always like that. We pick up 2 beads and go through the second bridge, under the second bridge. And you see your beads kind of like, they tend to sit flat like that. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna go back up the second bead, okay, and you're gonna try to maneuver this so you can actually get this bead straighter because they're a little wonky. So to straighten this first bead here, you're gonna go through that one. Okay, you're gonna place your thread in between here, and you're gonna go back up through the second bead again, and you're gonna pull your thread okay, so the beads stay straight and nice and neat next to each other on top of the base. Now from now on it's only one bead, okay, and we have the next bridge here. We're gonna go under the bridge, wait until your bead sits there like that, and we're gonna go up through that bead again to create that little, and look, our little triangle is starting to form. Now we turn around your work again, okay. This tail, later on you can cut it off, or you can just thread it on, you know, like through, to get rid of it, because it's really annoying, and you will have to, because look, it's really wonky. But for now you're just gonna leave it like that, okay, but I'm gonna show you that some other time. So now we are here again. We pick up 2 beads to start the row. We're not gonna go through the first bridge, we're gonna go through the second bridge. We help our bead to sit straight next to each other, and we're gonna go through up the second one, and since they are a little wonky, this one, we're gonna go through this one again, okay, place our thread in between these 2 layers, go back up this second bead, and here we have our little triangle forming. So from here on you can do 2 things. If you're making an earring like I'm making here, so I made this little loop in here, you would pick up your beads that you're gonna use for your loop now, or you can actually go through your work, okay, to get this in a better shape, because the triangle is kind of like wonky. So you went through all these beads, okay, and then you go back up through, okay, and then through all that layer, okay, and you can actually go back down, okay, there, and then you can just go through all your, you know, your beads, trying to, you know, get your work straighter, okay. This tail is really giving us a headache, huh? Okay, let's see. I don't want to get rid of this tail yet, because we are, okay, all right. Oh, okay. So our triangle is a little better now. So let's just go through this one here up to this one that forms this triangle, okay. And let's try to get this triangle straight, okay. These are big beads and chunky beads, okay. They're not as neat as these ones, obviously, but this is basically the technique. I just show you with these beads so you can actually see, okay, what it looks like. And now if you want, you can pick up your last bead, okay, and go through under this last bridge that is here, okay. And you can either sit this bead like this, straight, you know, like we've been doing with all the beads, or just stand, okay, like this, and then we go back through this bead, because then you can actually hang your finding, okay, through that little bead there like that. And so then we go like this, okay, and our little bead on top is gonna sit nice and straight on the side, okay, like that. And then you can actually put the jump ring through the hole of that bead and hang your finding, okay. But that's all you do. That's all, you know, how mysterious, you know, the mystery of the brick stitches. And then to make, you know, this fringe, for example, let's say that this is what you're doing, all you gotta do is just start picking up the beads that are gonna be part of your French, okay, you pick them up and then you go through them again, and then you go back down through the next, bead in here, and then you keep doing the same thing until you get this. I hope it was clear enough. I don't know, I can't see the video from here. Hopefully, you were able to understand and to see. But this is how you form it. First, you got the base, okay? And then you got the other beads. And of course, once you actually start building more and use more uniform beads, the shape of your triangle is going to be more uniform too. These are cheap beads, like I said, they're big and chunky, so you can actually see what I'm doing. But once you get the stitch, you can actually use any beads you want. The best ones for big brick stitch are cube beads, because obviously the cube beads, they look like bricks, so they stack on top of each other very nicely, okay? But also if you use like Toho beads that are really uniform, or Miyuki, you're gonna get the same effect. Of course, usually you don't make, depending on your project, obviously you're gonna use different sized beads, but it looks a little wonky because these are big beads. And but depending on your design, let's say that you don't want actually a triangle. Let's say that you want like a rhombo, rhombus. So all you gotta do is just you get back down and you start the stitch again from the bottom. Okay, so you go through over that bridge, and you actually do exactly the same thing that you've been doing on the other side. You keep doing it, okay, on the opposite side, and then what you're gonna have is actually a rhombus. Let me just keep going and see if we have time enough for this. Okay, and then can you see? You go through, okay. Once it sits properly in there, you just go back up, okay, and then you seat your beads nicely. You turn your work, pick up 2 again. You have the second bridge, okay. You go up that bead, okay, and so you fix it so they're not wonky, okay. You go back up this second one again so it's not wonky, okay, the best you can, because the problem is that these beads are not uniform, so the shape is not gonna be that neat, but you get the idea. Okay, so we're gonna do the other bead. Okay, we're gonna go back down if we want it to sit like that, okay. Then we just go through this bead like this, okay, and back down, and then we can go through all the beads, and just keep, making our work straight, you see. And you got a little rhombus there. That is a wonky rhombus, but you can totally straighten it out by going through the beads again and just reinforcing this, okay, like that. And then since you're coming out of the same thing, you can just tighten out of those 2, so your work is secure. And then all you gotta do is just you thread this like here, okay, and you're gonna get your knot away. You see how cute this is now, the little shape. All I did, instead of just only go to the top and start the French, I did another triangle on the other side of the base, and then you can just use this as a charm and hang things, because you have these 2 beads here, that have the hole, and then all you gotta do is just, you can create many, you know, and you can actually make a bracelet, you know, just with these components. Just play with it, you know. All right, guys, I hope it was helpful. It's, you know, instructional. I don't know. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching, and see you all on the next video. Bye bye. Let me see if I can see here.